Good morning, class. Today we're going to explore a very important concept in Java programming: keywords and identifiers. Now, before we start writing big Java programs, we must understand the basic language rules, just like we learn grammar and vocabulary before we write full sentences. So, imagine this as the ABCs of Java. Everyone ready? Great. Let's begin the keywords. Let's start with a question. Have you ever tried to teach someone who already knows certain commands? Like a voice assistant. When you say play music, it understands and starts playing your song. In the same way, Java already understands some special words. These are called keywords. You don't need to define them. Java already knows what they mean and how to use them. These keywords have a fixed purpose. Let me give you an example. The keyword if is used when we want Java to make a decision. For is used when we want to repeat something, like a loop. Class is used to define a class in Java. Return sends back a value from a method. And keywords like public, static, and void help describe how a method behaves. So Java looks at these words and says, I already know what to do with that. Now let's pause and think together. Question for you all. Can I write this line of code? Java, int for equals 10. What do you think? Let's hear from someone. Yes, that's correct. We cannot use the word for as a variable name. Why? Because for is a keyword. If we try to use it like a variable, Java gets confused. It's like naming your pet sit and then trying to teach it the command sit. Your dog won't know if it's being called or being asked to sit down. So remember, keywords are off limits for naming. They are Java's own set of built-in instructions. 2. What are identifiers? Let's move forward. Now that we know keywords are the reserved words Java understands, let's talk about identifiers. These are the names you create in your program. Let's compare this to real life. You give names to your pets, your favorite toys, or even your own gaming or YouTube channel, right? In Java, we do the same. We give names to our variables, classes, and methods. These names are called identifiers. Here's how we use them. To name a variable, Java, int age equals 10. In this case, age is the identifiers. To name a class, Java, class student. Here student is the identifiers. To name a method, Java, void display. And here, display is the identifiers. But we can't just choose any name without rules. There are some important rules we need to follow when creating identifiers. Let's list them out together. Rules for identifiers. 1. Identifiers can have letters, numbers, underscore, and $sign, $2. They cannot start with a number. For example, toName is not allowed. 3. Identifiers cannot use keywords. So you can't say int class equals 5. 4. Java is case sensitive, which means name and name are treated as different names. Let's go over a few examples and decide which ones are valid or invalid. Java. Int student age equals 15, valid. String $name equals Ravi, valid. Int 1 score equals 90, invalid, starts with a number. Int class equals 100, watch, invalid, class is a keyword. Do you see how Java follows strict rules about naming? Now let's try a little quiz together. Interactive question number 2. Which of these is a valid identifier? A. My score. B. Int. C. 2 marks. D. Roll_number. Take a moment and think. The correct answers are A and D. My score is fine. Just letters. Starts with a letter. Roll_number is fine. Contains an underscore, no problem. Int is a keyword, so that's not allowed. 2 marks starts with a number. That's not allowed either. So to wrap up today's session, keywords are reserved words Java already understands. You can't use them as names. Identifiers are the names you create, but they must follow specific rules. This is the foundation of writing clear and correct Java code. In the next class, we'll build on this by learning about variables and data types, and you'll see how keywords and identifiers work together in real programs. Great job today, everyone. Keep practicing and exploring.